Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to the channel, besties. It is a gorgeous day to dive into some absolute soap opera madness. Grab your iced coffees and strap in because we are broadcasting all the piping hot tea and wild theories you could ever want. Let's get into it. My jaw is literally on the floor right now. Besties, we need to hold a literal intervention right now. I am staring at my screen, eyes completely bloodshot, because Nikki Newman just pulled the most iconic, unhinged, absolutely chaotic move in the history of Genoa City. And if I do not vent this right now, I am going to spontaneously combust. She literally escaped from the hospital. Yes, you heard me correctly. The matriarch of the Newman Empire, the queen of the side-eye herself, decided that lying in a sterile hospital bed was simply not on her vision board for today. But the reason, the absolute core reason she ripped those IVs out and made a run for it, she does not want Victor's pity. I am literally screaming. This is peak daytime television, and I am actually ascending just thinking about the sheer audacity of this woman. We are talking about a full-blown stealth mode midnight escape because she would rather risk her actual health than look at her husband and see a single ounce of pity in his eyes. Then we have to talk about the sheer logistics of this escape because I am losing my mind. How on earth does the most high-profile woman in Genoa City just sneak out of a hospital? Is it just me, or did they completely fumble the bag on this one when it comes to hospital security? Like, Genoa City Memorial Hospital needs to be investigated by the FBI at this point. Do they not have cameras? Do they not have orderlies? Did she steal a pair of scrubs and a stethoscope and walk out the front doors looking like an extra from Grey's Anatomy? I am obsessed with the visual of Nikki Newman, probably wearing a designer silk robe over a flimsy hospital gown, dodging nurses' stations like she is in a literal spy movie. She is stealthy, she is determined, and she is absolutely not taking any prisoners. The fact that she managed to evade Victor's personal security detail because, the mustache had goons stationed at every exit is just chef's kiss. She really said, "Catch me if you can, Victor," and vanished into the night. Mainly, this entire situation boils down to one incredibly toxic, deeply rooted issue: Victor Newman's absolute inability to view his wife as an equal when she is vulnerable. Victor does not know how to nurture, he only knows how to control. When Nikki is sick, when she is down, Victor's version of love morphs into this suffocating, overbearing, patriarchal pity that makes my skin crawl. And Nikki is a proud woman. She did not claw her way up from the bayou, surviving everything this cruel world threw at her, just to be treated like a fragile little bird with a broken wing. She hates his pity. She despises it. The moment she saw that look in his eyes, that condescending, "Oh, my poor darling, let me handle everything for you." Look, she knew she had to get out of there. She would rather collapse in an alleyway than be smothered by his savior complex. Yet, I am low-key terrified for her right now. Like, where is she going? She is vulnerable, she is unwell, and she is out in the wild all by herself. My brain is basically a buffering wheel trying to calculate all the possible locations she could be hiding. Is she at the Genoa City Athletic Club holed up in a suite under a fake name? Is she wandering the Newman Ranch property in the freezing cold? Or, and this is the thought that literally keeps me awake at 3 a.m., is she heading towards a bar? We all know Nikki's history. When the pressure gets too high, when the emotional toll of dealing with Victor Newman becomes too heavy, the demons start whispering, if this hospital escape triggers a relapse, I am going to be inconsolable. I am literally shaking just thinking about her sitting on a bar stool somewhere, ordering a vodka neat because she feels so alienated and misunderstood by the one man who is supposed to be her rock. Wait, I'm literally yapping right now. Let me take you down a quick storytime rabbit hole. Remember back in the day when Nikki would constantly try to assert her independence, and Victor would always swoop in, buy the company she was working for, or hire people to follow her around? It is the exact same energy. Every single time she tries to establish a boundary, he bulldozes right over it in the name of protection. It is a tale as old as time with these two. They are the definition of a toxic endgame. You root for them, but you also want to hand them both a pamphlet for intensive couples therapy. Let's get back to the actual tea, though, because this specific escape hits different. This isn't just about independence. This is about dignity. Hot take, but I'm actually ascending at the thought of Victor's reaction when he walked into that empty hospital room. Can you imagine the scene? I need the camera to do a slow pan on his face. The mustache twitching, the absolute fury in his eyes. He probably yelled at some poor underpaid nurse, screaming, "Where is my wife, you fools?" at the top of his lungs. Victor Newman's ego cannot handle the fact that his money, his power, and his influence could not keep his wife confined to a bed when she decided she was done. He is going to tear Genoa City apart brick by brick looking for her. He is going to mobilize the entire Newman Enterprises security force, the local police, and probably the National Guard just to track down one woman in a hospital gown. It is going to be absolute cinema, and I am here for every single second of his meltdown. Totally. We have to consider how the kids are going to react to this absolute mess. Victoria is going to be incredibly judgmental, as always. She will probably blame the hospital staff and then somehow make it about how this affects Newman Enterprises stock prices. Nick is going to be the only one who actually understands why his mother bolted. Nick knows how suffocating Victor can be. He has spent his entire life trying to escape Victor's shadow, so he is going to low-key respect Nikki's decision to run, even if he is worried sick about her health. And Adam? Adam is just going to sit in the corner with a bucket of popcorn, watching the Golden family crumble from the inside out. The Newman family group chat is probably going off right now. Just pure chaos and all caps text messages flying back and forth. Let's do a deep dive into the psychology of the word pity, because that is the crux of this entire storyline. Pity implies a hierarchy. When you pity someone, you are looking down on them. You are viewing them as lesser, as incapable, as pathetic. Nikki Newman is many things, but she is not pathetic. She has survived cults. She has survived murder charges. She has survived alcoholism, and she has survived being married to Victor Newman for decades. She is a warrior. So when Victor looks at her with pity, he is stripping away all of her hard-earned armor. He is reducing her to a helpless victim. By escaping that hospital, Nikki is reclaiming her narrative. She is saying, "I am the author of my own life, and I will not let you write me as a tragedy." It is such a powerful feminist move, and I am high-key standing her so hard right now. But, did the writers fumble the bag on the execution? Is it just me, or is the pacing of this storyline moving at warp speed? 1 minute she is in the hospital, and the next minute she is pulling a Houdini. I need more details. I need to see the exact moment she made the decision. I want to see the internal monologue. I want a cinematic long take of her ripping off the heart monitor, silencing the alarm, and creeping down the hallway. We better get some epic flashback scenes of this escape, or I am going to write a very strongly worded letter to the network. You cannot just drop a bombshell like Nikki escaped to avoid Victor's pity, and not give us the gritty step-by-step breakdown of how she pulled it off. We deserve the full heist movie treatment. And let's talk about the aesthetic of it all. Nikki Newman does not just run away. She runs away with style. Even if she is in a hospital gown, she somehow managed to make it look like haute couture. Maybe she grabbed a doctor's trench coat on the way out. Maybe she found a pair of oversized sunglasses in a lost and found bin. I am picturing her walking through the dark streets of Genoa City, the wind blowing through her perfect blonde hair, serving absolute face while literally fleeing for her life. It is giving high fashion fugitive, and I am completely obsessed. No cap. This might be my favorite Nikki era yet. She is unhinged, she is defiant, and she is absolutely refusing to play by anyone else's rules. Yet, we have to brace ourselves for the inevitable confrontation when Victor finally catches up to her. Because, let's be real, he is going to find her. He is Victor Newman. He has trackers on everything. When they finally come face to face, it is going to be explosive. I am talking Emmy Award winning, screaming at the top of their lungs, throwing vases against the wall type of drama. She is going to unleash decades of pent-up frustration about his controlling nature, and he is going to counter with his classic, "I did it to protect you" defense. It is going to be a masterclass in soap opera acting, and I am already clearing my schedule so I can watch it live. I need them to lay all their cards on the table. I need Nikki to look him dead in the eye and tell him that his pity is more toxic than any disease. Seriously, besties, this storyline has me in an absolute chokehold. I am oscillating between pure hype over Nikki's girl boss escape and total disbelief over the sheer danger she is putting herself in. I low-key need to trauma dump this entire experience onto you guys because nobody else in my real life understands the gravity of this situation. My friends are like, it's just a TV show. And I am like, no, you do not understand. Nikki Newman is on the run. It is a lifestyle, okay? We have been riding with these characters for years. And when they make massive character-defining pivots like this, it feels personal. So drop your wild theories in the comments right now. Where do you think Nikki is hiding? Do you think she is going to relapse? How long until Victor's head literally explodes from the stress? I need to know. I am not the only one spiraling over this. This franchise has been giving us everything lately, and I am so here for the ride. Keep your eyes peeled, keep your notifications on, and let's pray that our queen stays safe out there in the wild. Until next time, stay chaotic, stay obsessed, and never ever accept anyone's pity.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.